reflection and stare between the phone and the basket in my hand, as though weighing my options, as though I have options. I text Graham a lame apology. Work emergency. So sorry. It's a believable lie. He knows what my job is like because we met at work. Weston Stationery is a small, business-casual office at the edge of an industrial park, and while a job designing and marketing novelty office supplies might not sound exciting, I like it. Right now, I'm even up for a promotion, which is exciting. It's down to me and another girl named Angelica, although she's not at all angelic. Which, in our office, mostly means she puts her recyclables in the trash and takes too long to sign birthday cards and got a tattoo on her ankle of a polka dot binder clip to suck up to our boss. When I talk to Graham about the promotion, he tells me I have it in the bag because I'm the best person for the job. When I talk about it to Becca, she yawns. Graham replies to my text right away. He's disappointed, but of course he understands. He'll order takeout. Come over later? I'll try. I won't try. Not after this. I can't. I empty my basket, reluctantly returning my fresh pasta to the deli counter and the French loaf to the bakery, exchanging the warmth of the store and my boyfriend for a dark park 4 days before Halloween to help my sister move furniture. The first time Becca killed somebody, she was 17. I was 15, a sophomore in high school, and only vaguely aware of a cheerleader named Missy Vanshear. Missy and Becca were on the cheerleading team together, but didn't get along, so I only heard Missy's name when it was followed by something like skank or biatch. I thought nothing of it when I heard whispers that Missy was missing. First, she skipped cheer practice, and the next day she wasn't at school. Then her parents reported her missing, and that's when it became real. That's also when the rumor started that Missy was pregnant, and the father was an older man and they'd run away together. Her friends swore she'd never mentioned a boyfriend, certainly not an older guy, and nobody knew she was pregnant. But the rumor persisted, and though the police investigated, they never found any mentions of a boyfriend in her social media pages, her phone, or her diary. They never found Missy either. It was 2 years later, the day after my high school graduation and a week before my 18th birthday, that I learned the truth. Becca called me, panicked and near tears, totally out of character for my sister. When people described Becca, they used terms like beautiful, aloof, and manipulative. Hearing her say she needed me eroded a lifetime of lessons to the contrary and had me reaching for a pencil, asking her for the address. "Don't write it down!" she'd shrieked, as though she could see my notepad. "Don't write it down," she repeated more calmly. "Don't use GPS. Don't even bring your phone. Just remember it." It was only when I got to the abandoned hiking trail that I learned why. Becca leaned against the hood of her car, smoking a cigarette, looking like the queen bee in every high school movie with her tight jeans and t-shirt, her blonde hair in a high, shiny ponytail. Not even the towering trees and mountains could compete with her beauty. I parked my dented little Volvo, the car I'd worked overtime at the diner to pay for, saving up my measly tips and depositing them at the bank on my way home. For months, I'd been collecting them in an envelope in my underwear drawer, until one day I went to get the money, and all that remained was a $5 bill. Becca swore she hadn't taken it, my $1,287, but I knew she had. I went to the bank and opened an account, and Becca came home from the mall with a new wardrobe. My parents knew, but were too wary of her to do anything, which probably had a lot to do with how we came to be at the hiking trail. "It's about time." She tossed her burning cigarette on the ground, heedless of the nearby trash can and dry leaves that littered the area. I looked around. We were alone. The air was clean and warm, scented with dirt and pine. But there was something else there, too, an undercurrent that made me more uncomfortable than normal. "What are you wearing?" Becca groaned at my jeans and t-shirt, Cookie Monster printed on the front, gobbling a cookie. I resisted the urge to tug at the hem of my shirt, the fabric clinging to my muffin top just a little too tightly. If I drew her attention there, she'd make a snide comment about my weight. The extra 10 pounds everyone swore was baby fat until I was too old for the excuse. "Just clothes?"